Hi and welcome back to yet another Friday reviews, Friday film review. Yeah, that's right, it's Friday reviews once again, and this week I actually did something a little bit different, not really too much, but on my Facebook page, which is always in the doobly-doo description down below, I posted a post, well, that makes sense, I posted a post saying which movie along with my Monday movie hunt pickup would you guys like to see me review this week. And there were two movies that kind of got the same amount of votes out of, I think there was 4 or 5 choices. And then I decided to go ahead and watch this one because you will see why. Well, I might as well show you, you've seen it by the title anyway. And it is Need for Speed. So this is one of the movies that you guys said you'd like to see me review for Friday reviews. And it was between this and Into the Storm, which I will do a review on soon, I'm sure. But yeah, I decided to go with this one because Fast and Furious 7 comes out next week, so obviously I'm super pumped for that. I love the Fast and Furious movies, so, you know, this is obviously going to be compared really to, you know, it's hard to watch this and not kind of have those movies in mind, which I definitely did find a problem to be at the beginning. I was like trying really hard not to do that, but it was just hard, especially considering it's so close to the time of Fast and Furious 7 coming out. But yeah, so I decided to, you know, give this one a go. I wasn't sure quite what I was going to think about it, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch it. I've heard some okay things, and I enjoyed it for the most part. Basically, I think if you've seen my video, Easy Lazy Sunday Movies, this definitely goes into that category. Basically, I gave this movie 3.5 stars, and it kind of fits into that cheesy, easy to watch movie category. It's nothing fantastic, it's just something kind of fun. But in this one we have Aaron Paul, who is the main guy, and I've not seen him in too much, but he was in A Long Way Down, which I loved. And then we've also got Imogen Poots, I think that's her name, it's not real on the back. And I actually really enjoy her as a character. Again, she was in A Long Way Down. Why is this not shut? There we go. Again, she was in A Long Way Down, and she was also in That Awkward Moment, which I also really enjoyed, and that surprised me. And I really liked her character in this one. She was kind of the main female lead. At the start, I was kind of like, this is a bit cheesy. I didn't really like any of the characters to begin with. I was kind of a bit like, oh, they all seem kind of very young, and I don't know, I just wasn't really getting into it. The first 20 minutes, half an hour, I was kind of thinking, how long is this movie? Let me just look 1 second. It's, yeah, it's 2 hours long. Well, just over. And the first half an hour, I definitely wasn't really enjoying it. I was kind of thinking, oh, this is just going to be, eh. And then something happened, and it all kind of changed. And basically, it was more when Imogen Poots came into it with Aaron Paul. That kind of was the bit that got me kind of more excited. And I don't want to give too much away, but something happens, an event happens, it's kind of a bit of a tragedy, and they then have this kind of rivalry, revenge type of thing going on, and, you know, obviously there's loads of fast cars, and they go into a race, and, he's trying to get to this race. I don't really know how to explain it without giving things away. I'm trying my best, and that's not really working out, but you guys are going to kind of be able to get the plot from looking at this movie. But yeah, so pretty much after that point, I actually really started to enjoy the movie and get into it, and definitely towards the end when things started to heat up and stuff, I definitely started to warm towards the characters. I liked Aaron Paul's character in the end, and Imogen Poots. The guy who flew the helicopters, whose name I don't know his character's name or his real name, but in this movie, there's a guy who flies the helicopters. I ended up really liking his character. There was things that I was like, whoa, that was kind of really cool. Like, you know, in fast car movies, you should see things that you think, wow, that was really cool. And this had that moment. They had moments and I was like, oh yeah, that was really cool. Like, all some like tricks and stuff, and I enjoyed it and I had fun with it. But like I say, the first half an hour, I was just like, oh, this is going to be just cheesy and no fun at all. But no, it definitely changed and picked up and definitely kind of became more fun, entertaining, and a bit more fast-paced. And like I say, Imogen Poots' character kind of made it for me. I thought she was really funny, and I don't know, it was just nice as well that she was a female and that she was kind of really knew a lot about cars as well, which I found really interesting. I mean, I didn't know much about cars at all, but still I found it interesting that she did. And I liked her chemistry with Aaron Paul as well, because I know, like I say, she's been in A Long Way Down with him, which I thought was interesting to see them together in this. I don't know what came out first. I don't know if this came out first or if A Long Way Down came out first. I'm not really sure. I can't quite remember. But yeah, so I kind of enjoyed their kind of chemistry together. And there was a lot of scenes that were really beautiful. There was like kind of this part where they went through a rocky kind of that was bad, you know, a rocky kind of patch, roads, you know, big rocks and stuff. You guys know what I mean, I know you do. And that looked really great. Like I said, there was lots of things that looked great, there was lots of things that were cool, and, you know, it was fun. I liked it. If you want a fun little cheesy movie that you're going to maybe think it's a 3.5-star movie, but it's nice and fun, then, you know, go with this. If you enjoy the Fast and Furious movies, you know, I'd still recommend checking this one out, because it is lots of fun. It's not up to par with them, but this is the first in this series, and whereas I don't remember what I thought of the first Fast and Furious movie when I first saw it, I actually don't think the first one was the first one I saw, so yeah, it's hard really to compare for me, because now there's so many of them, and you've kind of grown to love the characters so much, and you know, feel like you know them really well, because they're on their 7th movie, so it's kind of hard, you know, to, I like to say you really shouldn't compare the two, but you kind of go into it thinking it was in my mind, I couldn't help it. But yeah, like I say, I kind of took into consideration that I've got to know those characters so well, and that's why I liked them so much, whereas this movie is new, and at first I didn't like the characters, but then they grew on me, and I wouldn't mind if they made a second one. I would probably watch it. So yeah, Need for Speed, if you think about watching it, and you're not sure whether you'll enjoy it, go with it with an open mind, just to see some cool tricks with cars, and fun little, you know, stunts, and it's not all about that though, it's not constantly tricks and stunts and fast cars, and, well, they're always usually in a car, but, and some really awesome cars. I mean, I don't know my cars very well at all, but there are some cool cars in this movie. But yeah, so 3.5 stars, I enjoyed it, it was fun, definitely a nice Sunday movie, or if you're really into racing and cars, you'll probably like it more than me, but personally, I had a fun time with it. I liked it. Let me know if you've seen Need for Speed down in the comments below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Definitely check out my Facebook page, because I will be doing more of what would you like to see me review on Friday out of, you know, A, B, C, or D, whatever. And then I like to know your input and your thoughts, and then I can get them reviewed on Friday reviews. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Goodbye!